breakthroughs to the scientists and innovators who discover them, the curious and courageous who won't give up and never let go. At CAS, we celebrate their journey, providing hindsight to build upon what others have done, delivering insight to accelerate progress, revealing unseen connections and foresight that lead to a better future.
From morning coffee runs to family trips, away games, campouts, and weekend projects. No adventure is too big for the Honda lineup with available all-wheel drive. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. The feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
So this festival has a rich history here in Columbus, and I had the chance to talk with the organizer and founder of the Asian Festival, Dr. Yung-Chen Liu. Good morning, Dr. Liu.
Hi, Maria. Thank you to have this interview with me. Due to COVID-19, and we decided this year we go virtual. However, it is a more expanded version, so we collaborate with WSYX, ABC, Fox. We purchased 2 hours TV time on May 29th and the 30th from noon to 1. Mm-hmm. And besides that, prior to that weekend, Memorial Day weekend, we also have each day 4 minutes the week prior the Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. Talk about some of those programs that we're going to be seeing.
Great. And this is what we are proud of. For example, you're going to have the performance, top-notch, worldwide, and martial art, food, cuisine,
of course, the food,
and martial art, and children's activities, and as well as community square. For example, we're going to have different cuisine to be presented on the camera, as well as a special occasion that is we'll present you all Chinese festivals and the food associated with each festival. Mm-hmm. So that will make people to feel very comfortable.
Absolutely.
And
now I know you can't put on a festival like this by yourself. So there's a lot that goes behind the scenes.
Exactly, and just like Greg 30-acre, and he is spending a lot of time calling minutes, and she will be interviewed again. Now, the important thing is that I would like to thank our sponsors. I'll take this opportunity to do that. For example, Ohio Arts Council, Greater Columbus Arts Council, Honda, Nationwide, Chase, Huntington, as well as AEP and CAS, Chemical Abstract Services. And without them, there's no festival. But this is the 27th year of our festival. Normally, we will have it in the Franklin Park, but this year we'll go virtual. However, I am hoping, and seriously hoping, and please pray for us, next year we go to Franklin Park to have our 28th Asian Festival.
Absolutely. Fingers are crossed because we want to be able to be there in person.
Yes.
Thanks, Dr. Liu.
Thank you.
Kemper Cognitive Wellness is your complete resource for cognitive care. We provide assessments, services, and solutions for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias, as well as their caregivers. You can email us at hello@kemperwellness.com for more information, or visit us on the web at kemperwellness.com. Today's program is also brought to you by Kemper House, a family-owned and operated residential care facility that specializes in caring for individuals with all stages and all types of Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. So spring is here, and with it comes spring cleaning. Spring is about freshness and renewal. Spring is the time of year when we spruce up our living spaces, clean out our closets, and get the house in order. Today's program will talk about applying the same principle to our minds. Have you ever noticed that when you're inundated with mental noise, it's harder to stay calm and be productive, much less tune into your innate wisdom and live your life with purpose? We tend to ruminate over the past, dream about the future. We get caught up with worry, anticipation, or we're fantasizing about our lives. Our minds grow filled with an endless stream of nonstop chatter. To give your mind a deep cleaning involves two primary activities. Number one, removing those thoughts and emotions that are stagnant and murky. And number two, adding fresh thoughts, fresh emotions, fresh perspectives, and fresh attitudes and actions that disinfect and invigorate you. The following actions for spring cleaning your mind involve a combination of removal and addition to effectively increase mental health and well-being. These simple practices will help you create healthier, more peaceful thought patterns, boost your creativity, and lower your stress. The first way to give your mind a deep cleaning is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness can help relieve stress by teaching you to sit with distracting thoughts and feelings, to acknowledge them, and then learn to let them go. You can apply mindfulness to any area of your life, either through meditation or through everyday simple activities. And here's how. Number one, you want to focus on sensations. Use your five senses to fully tune into the experiences of daily life, however mundane they might seem. Scrubbing the shower, pay attention to the rhythm of the sponge, the scent of the cleaner, the smooth texture of the tub. Riding your bike to work, notice how the wind feels on your face, the different scents in the different areas that you pass, the tightening and loosening of your muscles as you pedal. That is what I mean by focusing on your sensations. When practicing mindfulness, you should always focus on your breath. If you start to feel overwhelmed, intentionally slowing your breathing can help ground yourself and return you to the present moment. Breathe in slowly, hold the breath for a few seconds, and then breathe out again. Repeat up to 10 times. Always stay curious. Fully opening your mind to what you can learn from a given situation can help you maintain your concentration. When feelings come up, ask yourself what triggered them and why. If you center on the same distracting thought, trace it back to the source and learn more about what causes it. Don't judge yourself for whatever you're feeling or whatever you're thinking. When your thoughts get the best of you, which they sometimes will, don't judge yourself. Simply bring your awareness back to your thoughts. Another way to deep clean your mind is by writing it out. When your mind brims over with stressful thoughts, it's not always easy to sort through them and determine what's causing the most distress. If you've ever kept a journal, you might already know that putting your thoughts down in writing often makes it easier to explore them. Clinical studies show that the idea of journaling can help decrease intrusive thoughts and other mental clutter. As a result, working memory and other cognitive functions can operate more smoothly and potentially relieve stress at the same time. What's more, writing out your feelings can seem almost like a symbolic act. When you put them on paper, you're transferring them out of your mind in a sense. Some of these journaling tips might help you. Be consistent. Dedicate a few minutes to writing each day. You don't have to write a lot. Keep it simple. Try writing in the evening as part of your bedtime ritual. Go with the flow. Write whatever comes to mind. Write what stresses you out during the day, things you have planned for tomorrow, and things you're grateful for. Keep this journal close. You're not sharing it with anybody, so be honest with how you're feeling and what stressed you out during the day. And then take time to reflect. The ability to read over your thoughts after you've written them down can make patterns or problems stand out. After a free writing session, you might even realize you weren't all that aware of some of the worries you jotted down. Now that they've entered your consciousness, you can begin addressing them for lasting relief. So remember, look back on what you've written and note how things have changed or remained the same over time, and use these clues to help explore areas for future growth. Get musical. Plenty of people enjoy listening to music, right? But music offers way more than just a pleasant auditory experience. Music has been shown to help relieve stress and improve mood, improve concentration and memory, motivate learning, and promote neuroplasticity, or the ability of the brain to adapt and learn. If you listen to music regularly, you may have already noticed it makes it easier to keep your attention on your work and complete it successfully. Maybe you even have a few choice songs that help you refresh when you're feeling stressed out. Sleep it off. I can't say enough about how important it is to make sleep a priority. A good night's sleep can refresh you when you feel physically tired, but what you might not know is that getting enough sleep can also help safeguard against mental fatigue and emotional distress. Insufficient or poor sleep can and will interfere with your ability to solve problems and make decisions, and you'll find it harder to remember important information and to regulate your emotions. Feeling overly tired can also lead to mental overwhelm, making it more difficult to detach from those jumbled thoughts we get caught up in and to concentrate on what you need to do. To reset your brain for optimal daytime performance, aim to get anywhere between 7 and 11 hours of sleep each night. Now, falling asleep is often easier said than done, particularly when you're stressed out and anxiety and looping thoughts run an endless track in your brain. Try focusing on some guided imagery, some breath work, and developing a good sleep hygiene routine. Another way to cleanse your mind is to take a walk or do any exercise physically. Changing your environment and getting outside for something like a walk offers a great opportunity to clear your head and refocus. Improved creativity is just one of the many benefits of a good walk. Walking also helps promote free-flowing ideas, so a regular daily walk can help you reset your mind when the same thoughts keep popping back up and distract you. Walking for 20 or 30 minutes can help improve decision-making and reaction time just before a cognitive task. But walking also offers long-term benefits too. For example, you'll sleep better if you move more. Walking is also considered a moving type of meditation. So see if you can walk without listening to any music or books on tapes or talking on the phone. Keep your space tidy is a wonderful way to help give your mind a deep cleaning. What you may not realize is that your surrounding environment has a big impact on your mental environment. When your brain feels just as cluttered as your desk, you might have trouble concentrating or grasping new tasks. You spend a lot of time in your home and in your workspace, so making these areas feel inviting, peaceful, and organized is a great proven way to help improve your overall mental health. Get rid of things that no longer serve you and try to only keep things that bring you joy. If this seems daunting to you, start small. Maybe clean out one drawer per day and have an accountability buddy like a spouse or a friend help keep you on track. Also, adopt the motto, a place for everything and everything in its space. Some other ways to keep your space tidy or to bring in natural sunlight. Open the windows, open the curtain. If your office space or room that you're in doesn't have a window, invest in a sun lamp. Bring light into your room. Let in fresh air, remove clutter, incorporate artwork, add plants. Focus on unfocusing. Sometimes when we're feeling stressed out, our minds begin to wander, and that can even make us more stressed out. But what we encourage you to do is focus on unfocusing. Sometimes the best way to solve this problem is to simply stop trying. Think of it in terms of physical exercise. Your body would have a pretty tough time jogging all day without a break, right? Well, your brain needs break too. Letting yourself unfocus by briefly zoning out activates the default mode network in your brain, giving it a chance to simply rest. Just as sleep benefits you, this brief rest period also benefits you. Unfocusing can help promote creativity, sharpen thought processes, and improve memory and learning. For example, take a cat nap. Or try daydreaming for a while. There's nothing wrong with that, and it will actually benefit you. And last but not least, talk about it. Most likely, expressing bothersome feelings out loud helps us lighten any tension they've generated. When thoughts weigh on your mind less heavily, they might naturally clear out of your immediate consciousness, leaving you feeling refreshed. Discussing your problems can help you lay them out more logically, since you have to explain what's troubling you in a way that others understand. This often enables you to get some new perspectives on the situation and arrive at a potential solution you might not have considered before. Talking to family, friends, even a therapist can help you start working through frustrations and help you clean out your mind. If you can't seem to break out of a mental fog on your own, we recommend talking to a professional. Talking in general helps you explore reasons behind concentration difficulties, identify and address patterns of looping thoughts, learn coping skills and techniques to refresh your mind, and address any underlying mental health symptoms factoring into mental clutter. Thank you for joining us for today's program titled Ways to Give Your Mind a Deep Cleaning. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at info@kemperhouse.com or visit us on the web at kemperwellness.com. Thank you for joining us. Kemper Cognitive Wellness is your complete resource for cognitive care. We provide assessments, services, and solutions for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias, as well as their caregivers. You can reach us on the web at kemperwellness.com. Today's program is also supported by Kemper House. Kemper House is a family-owned and operated residential care facility that specializes in caring for individuals with all stages and all types of Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. We have 2 convenient locations in the greater Cleveland area, Strongsville and Highland Heights. So let's talk about what is dementia. Dementia is a collective term for a group of neurocognitive disorders characterized by a decline in cognitive functions, such as memory, language, recognizing, reasoning, or planning. In fact, the word dementia itself means mad or even insane in Latin. Dementia is the loss of cognitive functioning, thinking, remembering, and reasoning, and behavioral abilities to such an extent that it interferes with a person's daily life and activities. Dementia itself is a progressive disease, and it ultimately impairs the ability of an individual to carry out routine functions, such as doing household chores or paying bills, driving, bathing, dressing, and even eating. Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia. So here is the dementia umbrella. The word dementia, remember, is an umbrella term for a set of symptoms like memory loss, confusion, and personality changes. It's caused by a number of diseases, including Alzheimer's disease, dementia with Lewy bodies, vascular dementia, and frontotemporal dementia. Currently, an estimated 50 million people worldwide are living with dementia, including more than 5 million Americans. Without changes in prevention or treatment, this number could reach nearly 14 million by the year 2050. Under the dementia umbrella, Alzheimer's disease accounts for 60 to 80% of all diagnosed dementia. Next up is Lewy body with 5 to 10%. Vascular dementias also account for another 5 to 10%, and frontotemporal lobe dementias for another 5 to 10%. And then there are other types of things that are grouped under that big umbrella, like Parkinson's and Huntington's disease and mixed dementias. So let's talk about Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. Although not all causes of Alzheimer's disease are known, experts do know that a small percentage are related to mutations of 3 genes, which can sometimes be passed down from parent to child. While several different genes are probably involved in Alzheimer's, the one important gene that we hear the most about that increases your risk is a gene called APOE. Alzheimer's disease individuals have plaques and tangles in their brains. Plaques are clumps of a protein called beta amyloid, and tangles are fibrous tangles made up of a tau protein. And it's thought that these clumps and these tangles damage healthy neurons and the fibers connecting them. Other genetic factors might make it more likely that people will develop Alzheimer's as well. Alzheimer's is irreversible. It's a progressive brain disorder that slowly destroys memory, thinking skills, and eventually the ability to carry out even the simplest of tasks. Alzheimer's disease is currently ranked as the 4th leading cause of death in the United States. 5 or 6 years ago, it was actually the 7th, and today it's the 4th. Alzheimer's is the most common cause of dementia among older adults. Older adults are those that are considered age 65 and over. Memory problems are typically one of the first signs of cognitive impairment related to Alzheimer's disease or mild cognitive impairment. Here, this slide shows you various brain scans, one of a normal brain, one of an individual with mild cognitive impairment, and one with someone with Alzheimer's disease. And you can see how drastically different they all are in the different areas of the brain that are being affected by Alzheimer's. This is a brain of somebody with Alzheimer's, and you can see the dark gray veins that are going through. Those are the plaques and tangles that we talked about earlier. And you can see how it starts off slowly, and again, it begins to slowly spread and grow throughout the brain. Some signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, again, memory loss, poor judgment leading to bad decisions, loss of spontaneity and sense of initiative, taking longer to complete normal daily tasks, repeating questions, trouble handling money or paying bills, maybe wandering or getting lost, losing things, misplacing them in odd places. Perhaps you find the milk in the cupboard or the cereal in the refrigerator. Mood and personality changes, increased anxiety or aggression, bowel and bladder incontinence, difficulty swallowing, increased sleeping, problems coping with new situations, difficulty carrying out multi-step tasks such as getting dressed or following a familiar recipe, problems recognizing family and friends, hallucinations, delusions, and paranoia, impulsive behavior such as undressing at inappropriate times or places, using vulgar language, inappropriate outbursts of anger, restlessness, agitation, anxiety, tearfulness, especially in the late afternoon or early evening, repetitive statements, questions, movements, occasional muscle twitches, possible weight loss. Now, your loved one may experience some or all of these symptoms, but these are not uncommon symptoms with Alzheimer's disease. The second most common form of dementia is vascular dementia. This dementia is caused by damage to the vessels that supply blood to your brain. Blood vessel problems can cause strokes or other damage to the brain in other ways, such as damaging the fibers and the white matter of the brain. The most common symptoms of vascular dementia include difficulties with problem solving, slowed thinking, focus, and organization. So that's different from Alzheimer's because typically Alzheimer's will start with mild memory loss. That will be the first thing that you would notice. Whereas vascular dementia, you may notice issues with problem solving, slowed thinking, etc. Every stroke or vascular accident causes damages to the brain as well as tissue loss. So after some little crisis, Alzheimer's-like symptoms can appear, in particular, memory disorders, bad decision-making, and difficulty in planning. Some signs and symptoms might include confusion, trouble paying attention and concentrating, reduced ability to organize thoughts or actions, a decline in the ability to analyze a situation, to develop an effective plan and communicate that plan to others, difficulty deciding what to do next, problems with memory, restlessness, agitation, unsteady gait, sudden or frequent urges to urinate or inability to control passing urine, depression and or apathy. And you can see on the right-hand side, a brain scan. If a stroke or a mini stroke is caught early enough, the clot can be dissolved and blood flow returns. The issue comes into play when it's not caught soon enough. And then of course, damage would occur. The third most common type of dementia is Lewy body dementia. Lewy bodies are abnormal balloon-like clumps of a protein that have been found in the brains of people with Lewy body dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and Parkinson's disease. And this is one of the more common types of a progressive dementia. Common signs and symptoms including acting out one's dreams in the sleep, seeing things that aren't there, and problems with focus and attention. Varying levels of confusion or alertness that vary significantly from one time of day to another or from one day to the next. Changes in thinking and reasoning, persistent detailed visual hallucinations, movement problems, similar to those of Parkinson's disease actually, such as balance problems and rigid muscles, stiffness, malfunctions in the autonomic nervous system, causing your blood pressure to drop upon standing, dizziness, falls, urinary incontinence, memory loss that may be significant but less prominent than that in Alzheimer's, It also comes with sleeping disorders and visual hallucinations, rapid eye movement sleep disorders, for example, acting out your dreams, sometimes violently. So again, that's Lewy body dementia. And then you have your frontotemporal dementias. Frontotemporal dementia is another umbrella term for a group of uncommon brain disorders that primarily affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. These areas of the brain are generally associated with personality, behavior, and language. In frontotemporal dementia, portions of these lobes actually shrink. Signs and symptoms vary depending on which part of the brain is affected. Some people with frontotemporal dementia have dramatic changes in their personality and become socially inappropriate, impulsive, or emotionally indifferent, while others just lose the ability to use language properly. Frontotemporal dementia is often misdiagnosed as a psychiatric problem or as Alzheimer's disease, but frontotemporal dementia tends to occur at a younger age than does Alzheimer's disease. Frontal temporal dementia often begins between the ages of 40 and 65, whereas traditional Alzheimer's disease typically happens after the age of 65. Some signs and symptoms of this type of dementia are speech and language problems, primary progressive aphasia, movement disorders, including muscle spasm, muscle weakness, and difficulty swallowing, inappropriate laughing or crying, changes in eating habits, overeating sweets or carbohydrates is very common, anxiety and depression, repetitive of compulsive behaviors, and decreased empathy. Again, the brain scans that we've provided for you, you can look at the bottom and see a brain scan of somebody with early onset Alzheimer's disease, and then a brain scan of somebody with frontotemporal dementia. And you can see how drastically different they look and how the frontal lobe and the temporal lobes are affected with frontotemporal type of dementia. What is Parkinson's disease? Parkinson's disease is a disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement, often including tremors. Nerve cell damage in the brain causes dopamine levels to drop, leading to the symptoms of Parkinson's. Parkinson's often starts with a tremor, often in one hand or another, and other symptoms are slow movement, stiffness, and loss of balance. And of course, we know that Michael J. Fox has been living with Parkinson's disease for many, many years. You can see on the right-hand side the different signs and symptoms that are common with someone that is experiencing Parkinson's disease. Again, a brain scan of a normal brain and that of someone suffering from Parkinson's. And then you have a very rare disease called Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. This is a very rare disease that occurs when prion protein, which is found throughout our body, but whose normal function isn't quite known, begins folding into an abnormal three-dimensional shape. This shape gradually triggers the proteins in the brain to fold into the same abnormal shape. Some signs and symptoms of this particular type of dementia are depression, agitation, apathy, and mood swings. It's rapidly worsening confusion. It's a very rapid progressing type of dementia, disorientation, problems with memory, thinking, planning, and judgment, difficulty walking, muscle stiffness, twitches, and involuntary jerky movements, vision problems such as double vision and hallucinations. Some other types of dementia that we're not going into today, but that you can be aware of are normal pressure hydrocephalus, Korsakoff syndrome, posterior cortical atrophy, and Huntington's disease. Thank you for joining us for today's Dementia Umbrella, brought to you by Kemper Cognitive Wellness and Kemper House. If you would like more information, feel free to reach out to us at kemperhouse.com or kemperwellness.com. Or you can send us a direct email at hello@kemperwellness.com.
Hello and welcome to the Asian Festival 2021. I'd like to thank Dr. Marlinda Iyer for inviting me. My name is Peter Hoover. I'm the founder and president of Apple CDQ. My mission is to transform individuals and uplift communities through awareness, connection, and emotional intelligence in action. You're tuning in to a little workshop that I call How to Shift Emotionally and Know It. You know, this past year and in life has just been crazy. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed. There's just so much going on all the time. It's very fast paced. Whether we're tuning into the societal level or our personal lives, it's easy to have feelings of anxiety, frustration, or disconnection. And in times like these, it's especially important to have a skill called self-regulation. And so in this workshop, we're going to be looking at that skill. So first, real quick, what is self-regulation? Basically, it's about being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And this skill is especially important in navigating difficult situations. So 3 quick things about self-regulation is the first is that it is empowering. You know, we want to be able to choose our response rather than have our circumstances dictate how we react. We don't want to get blown about by every wind that comes our way. The second thing about self-regulation is that it's very simple and easy to do. All you need are breath and emotions. One more thing, self-regulation changes our relationship with stress. It's not about getting rid of stress. You wouldn't want to do that if you could. Stress can bring out our best. We feel stress when we care about something, when there's something meaningful going on. And so what we're going to do instead is look at a specific type of self-regulation, and rather than changing the world, we're going to change our response to that. Now, the type of self-regulation that I'm teaching is through HeartMath. HeartMath has researched heart-based breathing techniques and biofeedback technology. Their method is to teach you to use your own physiology to increase your resilience and bring more heart to the world. So we said that self-regulation changes our responses to stressful situations, and it does. There are kind of 2 ways we can go when a situation stretches us out. The first is a depleting way. And emotionally, this feels like anger or fear. These are very highly depleting emotions. A little bit lower intensity is something like sadness or boredom. Now, we can think of depletion as emotions that drain your inner battery, that leave you feeling worn out at the end of the day. Another way to respond is with renewing emotions. Renewing emotions are things like joy or excitement. These are very high intensity, or lower intensity, calm, care. And these are emotions that charge our inner battery, that leave us feeling uplifted. Now, these emotional responses, underneath them, they are physical or physiological responses driving them. And this is an oversimplification, but basically, when you're feeling depleting emotions, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. This is the fight-flight hormone. When that happens, a lot of times your heart rhythms will go into a more jagged pattern, and it will scramble your thinking. We sometimes do things we never would have done in a calmer state of mind when we get triggered. So this is what happens when we get depleted. On the other side of this, there are renewing emotions. There's this hormone called DHEA, sometimes called the vitality hormone, because of all the benefits it has for cells. So when that hormone is in our bloodstream, it kind of smooths out our heart rhythms. And with a smoother heart rhythm, we're able to think clearly. So now we're going to combine those past 2 slides together in what's called the depletion to renewal grid, which is trademark of HeartMath. And we'll see that on the left, there are depleting emotions. On the right, there are renewing emotions. And up top, there are high energy emotions. And at the bottom, there are low energy or low intensity emotions. And self-regulation begins with knowing where on this grid you are. And when I realize, or when you realize that you're on the left, being able to shift over to the right. Shifting our emotion begins with our breath. When we begin to put our awareness on our breath, we can breathe in a little bit deeper than usual and a little bit more slowly, a little bit more evenly. As we do this, our heart rhythm begins to smooth out. And as this happens, our brain begins to get unscrambled and we stop releasing cortisol. From here, we then sustain the shift with a positive emotion. Renewing emotions like this help keep the heart and the brain in these regenerative feeling states. And so we're going to practice a technique together called quick coherence. I'm just going to share my screen real quick so you guys can see that as well. So quick coherence is trademark or restricted by HeartMath, and there are 2 steps. And so I'm going to read them and then we're going to do them. So first step is to focus your attention on the area of the heart. If it helps, you can touch your heart. Then you're going to imagine your breath is flowing in and out through your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. And so the suggestion is about 5 seconds in, about 5 seconds out. The next step is adding the emotion. So you're going to make a sincere attempt to experience a regenerative feeling, such as appreciation or care for someone or something in your life. So this can be a loved one, this can be a pet, this can be recalling a fond memory, anything in you that brings to mind a renewing emotion, such as joy, peace, care, anything that can tap you into that, that's where you want to put your attention. Sometimes these can be difficult to find, especially in challenging circumstances. In those cases, you really just want to tune in to the feeling of ease. So let's try this one time together, okay? Focus your attention on the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out through your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Make a sincere attempt to experience a regenerative feeling, such as appreciation or care for someone or something in your life. We'll do this for 3 breaths. Now, hopefully you feel a little bit better right now, but you may be asking yourself, did I really do it right? Or something to that effect. Was my mind wandering? Did it work? So one of the reasons this workshop is called How to Shift Emotionally and Know It is the biofeedback aspect. And so HeartMath has technology called the Inner Balance, which monitors your heart rate variability, your heart rhythms, and this gives you a clue into, are you actually successfully shifting your emotions? And so I'm going to do a little demo of that in just one moment. So I want to orient you to what we're looking at here. This is the Inner Balance app that would be on your cell phone. In the middle of the screen, that little mandala is a breathing pacer, and you'll use that to breathe 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. Up at the top, you see my heart rate variability being recorded. You notice because I'm moving around a little bit, and this is calibrated for at rest, not moving, it's a little jagged. And there are these colors. Red is when I have jagged heart rhythms, blue is when I'm a little bit better, more smooth, and green is when I'm most smooth of all. And so I'll show you one other breathing pacer that's on there that you can watch, and this is actually the one we'll use the session on, is I find this one to be a little bit more easy. So again, as it bounces, we'll breathe in. As it bounces down, we'll breathe down. And watch what happens when we do the quick coherence. We'll do this together for about a minute. And so remember that motion, that regenerative emotion that you want to call to mind. We're going to practice that now. Focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out through your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Suggestion: about 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Then make a sincere attempt to experience the regenerative feeling, such as appreciation or care for someone or something in your life. So now as I start breathing with you, you'll notice the heart rate variability begins to smooth out. Oh, had a little glitch there. Let's try it again. And so you notice that at the top, as I've slowed my breathing, it's become a little bit more smooth, a little bit more rolling hills pattern. And also I'm in the green. As I start to talk again, you'll notice the pattern starts to get jagged again. That's just because it's calibrated to rest. And so as I share the screen with you here about some of the benefits, by practicing quick coherence, just 3 to 5 minutes a day, there's a lot of benefits you can reap. You reduce your stress, improve your sleep, you restore your energy, balance your emotions, and increase your focus. All these over time will add up to a changed relationship with stress, so you'll be less likely to deplete and drain your inner battery and more likely to respond in an open way, in a creative way, in a connective way. Less likely to be overcome by emotions like frustration and anxiety, and more able and more confident in your ability to shift. And that is how you shift emotionally and know it. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about self-regulation, what it is and why it's important. As you go about your day, take time and ask yourself, where am I on the grid? On the left or on the right? If you're on the left, feeling anxious or frustrated, take time and do a self-regulation technique like quick coherence. And if you'd like to learn more HeartMath techniques or about biofeedback or about emotional intelligence tools, please reach out to me. I'm going to leave an end card with my contact information, and I'd love to connect with you further. Until next time, take care and enjoy the Asian Festival.
and Tom Wilson.
That's my husband taking the video. During the COVID lockdown, we kept our mind, body, and spirit aligned by spending time with nature, mostly in our garden, and practicing meditation and Tai Chi.
Tai Chi is a moving meditation that Marjo likes to practice in the garden, and we would like to give you a short demonstration.
This is Yang style Tai Chi performed by yours truly, Marjo Wilson. My husband Tom is taking the video, so enjoy the show.
renewable energy strategy today can lead your business to a reliable and affordable clean energy future. The expectations of investors, customers, and employees raise the stakes no matter your industry. How will you meet the challenge? Partnering with AEP is a great first step. Our geographic diversity brings unique opportunities to generate energy by capturing the wind and absorbing the sun's rays. Our reach is an advantage for all our customers. Between now and 2030, we're adding more than 16,600 megawatts of regulated wind and solar to our offerings. Companies across all industries are joining the electrification movement, and we're leading the way. By supporting our customers in replacing and upgrading their industrial and commercial equipment, we're empowering the transition to a sustainable, reliable, clean energy future. Our own fleet of cars and light-duty trucks will convert to electric options by 2030. Medium and heavy-duty vehicles will convert when EV and hybrid options become available. As a founding member of the Electric Highway Coalition, we're building a network of high-speed chargers to make cross-country travel in EVs seamless and hassle-free. Our partnership with ChargePoint brings the most comprehensive EV charging network, with solutions for every type of business and experts who can connect you with the right solution and guide you through all the logistics. If you're considering adding EV charging capabilities to your new or expanded facilities, we can help. We also provide analysis of distribution circuit capacity for your targeted sites to help you make informed decisions. No matter where you are in the site selection process, count on us to help. Together, we can achieve a reliable, affordable, and clean energy future. Connect with us today, 1-800-360-7483 or aeped.com.
Mark is the best husband and father you could ask for. He's just a big kid.
Best man at my wedding. Just gotta keep him off the dance floor.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. The feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
Here's to the everyday breakthroughs, to the scientists and innovators who discover them, the curious and courageous who won't give up and never let go. At CAS, we celebrate their journey, providing hindsight to build upon what others have done, delivering insight to accelerate progress, revealing unseen connections and foresight that lead to a better future.
Hey, this is Dr. Su Ping Ling. On behalf of Asian Festival in Columbus, Ohio, I'm going to introduce you about issues about mental health among adults. Anyway, before I get it started, I'd like to share a story of mine with a patient of mine. So anyway, he came to my clinic, and the first thing he said, "Doc, take a guess. How many doctors I have seen? Finally, I get to see you." So I said, "Whoa, that's a good question. Tell me how many." Then he said, "Actually, before you, I saw 10 doctors. Eventually, my final doctor told me, you gotta see a psychologist for all your physical symptoms." He said in the very beginning, he had some migraines, so he thought it is so troublesome. So he went to see a family doctor. The family doctor said, "You know what, you're just fine. There's nothing more I can do for you." So then he was so anxious about, also worried about his heart murmurs. So he went to see a cardiologist. Then cardiologists do all the procedures he can do. They say, "Mrs. Young, This is a makeup name, by the way. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with your heart. So then after that, he sees all kinds of doctors to check out his physical symptoms, such as back pain, heartburn, stomach ache, a little bit issue with his bowel movement. Eventually, the final doctor he went to see told him, I think your physical symptoms is nothing to do with really about your body, but your mind. So I really suggest you to see a psychologist. So here we go. So that's why he came to my clinic. So what is mental health? So just like our body, our mind would get sick too. Our body would get sick, like a serious sickness like cancer. Our mind will get serious sickness like schizophrenia. So when you have schizophrenia, you will hear voices. Literally, someone was talking to you. You will see things. Literally, you're seeing someone might be following you. So our body will get sick, will get some kind of transitional sickness like flu or even a cold. Our mind will get sick, temporary. Like for example, right now, I'm so anxious of talking to you because this is my first time doing any kind of video taping, just for the videotaping sake. There's no audience in my office. So I've been anxious for the whole week. But this kind of transitional issues, it will go away. So after I'm done with this videotaping, I will be just fine. So mine will get that kind of situation. Like for example, if you're going to get an interview for the job. So before that, you will get really, really anxious. So also, body will get some kind of chronic disease like diabetes. So mine will do that too. For example, if you are diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so bipolar disorder is not going to go away. It's going to be there with you, just like you're going to take medication for your diabetes for your body. You need to take medication for your bipolar disorder for your mind. So then you might want to ask, so how do I get all these mental health issues, mental illness? Well, very simply put, it's your parents, it's you, and it is your environment. So what does that mean? It's your parents. So a lot of mental health issues, it's genetic. For example, oftentimes schizophrenia or bipolar, it's coming from your family. So if you have a bipolar disorder, oftentimes when you trace back of your family histories, either your parents, in both sides family, there must be someone. Could be your uncle, could be your grandparent, one of your grandparents. They might have same kind of symptoms like you have. So that's why I say it's very, very genetic. So if anything like that, you really need to see a psychiatrist and a psychologist to seek mental health services because it's genetic. Nothing more you can do but take medication and the proper psychological care for it. Second one, it's you. So some people have this tendency, everything need to be perfect. So people who is a perfectionist, it can get really, really anxious and it can get really picky about things. And the study already shown some people who are perfectionists actually have pointed to get depression more. So sometimes it's really important to change your perspective. So the third one is actually the environment. during this pandemic time. As Asian, I actually received more microaggression and racism more than usual. So, and also not only there's anti-Asian, but also because of the pandemic, we got locked down, the isolation, staying at home, and the uncertainty, you might lose your job. So there's a lot environmental, social factors to get you depressed or get you anxious. So anyway, to sum up, so how our mind will get depressed, it's genetic, it's your personality, also it is your environment. So oftentimes it's three of them combined. One of my patients, he said, I have this perfect life. I have money, I have job, I have wonderful, wonderful husband and a cute boy. But for some reason, why I'm not happy? So ended up in his family history, her grandpa and grandmother all depressed. So the depression runs in the family. So like I said, there's a lot of reason behind why you are depressed. So it's better to check out with a professional to see what's going on really behind it and have the proper treatment for your mental health issues. So anyway, now we know why your mind gets sick. Second of all, I'd like to share some facts. That's 6.1% of the Asian American and the Pacific Islanders in the United States, that translated into 2.9 million of us. But guess how many of us will get sick or reported mental health concerns in the past year? It's 15% of us, meaning among 10 of us, there's 1.5 of us actually reported some mental health concerns in the past year. So how many? That's us in the United States. That's all the dentists, all the post-secondary teachers, and all the lawyers combined in the United States. That's how many of us actually reported feeling mental health issues in the past year. And also our rate is 15%, which is above 10% of nationwide. Doesn't matter what's your race background, meaning Asian Americans and the Pacific Islanders, unfortunately, we do have a higher rate of mental health concerns than average people. So given that kind of concern, so you say, oh, what type of the mental health issue among us we have reported most? Actually, it is depression. Depression is so common among Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So I'm just going to give you a really quick checkup. See if you have any depression concerns. Okay? So here's the 5 things I'm going to ask to check. So do you feel headache? Do you feel shoulder ache and neck pain? Do you feel back pain? Stomach ache? So the back ache, okay, let's get it started again. Headache, shoulder ache and neck ache, back ache, stomach ache, and finally, heartache. If you said, yes, I have all these 5 aches, chances you might have depression. Very, very different from the general population. Asians tend to turn our mind sickness into the physical sickness. So that's called a somatization. We somatize our mind issues into our physical symptoms. So if you have that concern, so you know what I'm going to say, gotta seek professional help like a psychiatrist, psychologist, or therapist for your mental health issues. Besides the depression, anxiety is another one really big among Asian populations. Then we have the bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder among the third and the fourth. Schizophrenia comes in the fifth. So if you have any concerns of mental health issue, we strongly suggest you to see a mental health professional, which is psychiatrist, psychologist, and a therapist, to seek the proper treatment. Just like you want to go to see a physical doctor to figure out what's going on with your body. So you want to figure out what's in the diagnosis of your body, so then you can get the best treatment. Mental health issue in the same way. You need to be properly diagnosed in order to get the best care for your mind. So I want to do one thing very quick called the brain yoga. If at home, if you're not going to be too anxious about anything, it's just general, it's like a mental health hygiene. You can do so-called brain yoga. When I feel anxious, when I feel a little bit depressed, I always do step 1. I take a deep breath, like breathe in. I hold my breath for 2. Breathe out. I will repeat it to do 10 times. Then I ask myself, step 2, I talk to myself. So, hey, why are you anxious? So literally go dig into your own mind. Ask yourself, why am I anxious? So in the third one, I would just talk to myself. If anything I can do, I can change it. If nothing I can do, maybe I will just let it go. So it's very, very simple steps, 3 steps about brain yoga. It's my daily personal mental health hygiene I like to share with you. It's very, very rushed. So, but anyway, given the time limit, finally I want to share with you about some good resources. For example, there's the Asian Mental Health Collective. You can Google it. And another one is Asian American / Pacific Islanders Communities and Mental Health. This is all 2 good websites you can visit. And also there's a American Psychological Association and American Psychiatric Association. You can also reach out to all these websites to check out some mental health issues, get yourself educated. So, but if there's things you could not fix, you say, there's a lot of thoughts in my mind, I just don't know how to do it. I still feel I lost interest to do my daily things. I could not get out of my bed. I could not sleep tight. I toss and turns. So maybe it's the time for you to reach out to a psychologist or psychiatrist to talk about your issues. So it is my honor to share with you about this mental health, brief Mental Health 101. I hope you enjoyed it. I promise you I will do a better job next time. So thanks. Bye-bye.
Konnichiwa. Hi, I'm Sho, and I'm here today to teach you how to dance Soranbushi, which is a traditional Japanese dance that mimics Japanese fishermen in the fish they catch, which originated in Hokkaido. So please enjoy the tutorial. So the introduction to the dance, the Soranbushi is traditionally danced in a group of people. So there's going to be a leader of the group who's going to first yell, "Kamae," to which then everyone else in the group is going to go into a ready position, which looks like this, where you then want your knees bent a little bit more than 90 degrees, and your arm is going to be stretched out in front of you in a straight line parallel with your back. So it's going to look like this with your left arm behind your back, like this, with your head down. Make sure you don't have your head up. Make sure it's down. So then you're going to hold until 2 8 counts, and then you're going to start doing a wave motion with your hand, which looks a little bit like this. So you're going to go 8 counts from left to right, and you want to make sure that you start on the left and you end on the right. So you got to pace the waves in a nice fashion. So it looks a little bit like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're going to switch with your left hand, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, you're going to do a slight hop into the next part of the dance, where you're going to be mimicking the fisherman pulling in a net of fish. We're going to then do a slight hop, and you land with your legs. You're going to do a slight bob with your legs every 2 counts. So just the legs of this part is going to look a little bit like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And your hands, on the other hand, are going to be pulling in the fish for the first 4 counts. And then for the last 4 counts, you're going to be swinging your arms up like a taiko drum. You're striking a taiko drum. So it's going to look a little bit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you make sure you want to come up as you're hitting it. On the 8th count, you're going to jump up into, you're going to repeat that whole cycle 3 times. So it's going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the last one, you're going to go a little bit different. You're going to still bob your legs up and down for the first 2 counts, but then you're going to first go 1, 2, and then you're going to punch your hand up in the air for 2 counts. So 3, 4, and then you're going to come inwards with your hands out in front of you like this for 5, 6, and then for the last, you're going to jump out and your hands outstretched, ready for the chorus, 7, 8. So all together, it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to first wait for your leader to yell, "Kamae." You're going to go, "Kamae." Come down into this stance. Wait until the music starts. As soon as the music starts, wait 16 counts. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now let's try it at full speed. Kamae. Hai. 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 So next, I'm going to teach you guys how to do the chorus of the song. This is the most important part. You'll be repeating this multiple times throughout the song. This consists of a movement where you're going to throw your arms to the side and pull as if you're pulling a net of fish, which is then followed by then you grabbing a basket of fish and you're going to throw it over your back. So the counts are going to be 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A big part of Soranbushi is the power that comes from the dance. So I really want you guys to emphasize the power in this move. So make sure when you're swinging your arm right to grab the net and pull, you're really using your shoulder and you're going to use your upper body and twist into that motion, like a lot of power. And then you're going to match your left hand and you're going to want to squat all the way down in order to like sell the fact that you're really pulling on the net of fish. And then you're going to follow up with a swing then from your left arm. You're going to come all the way down. make sure you're squatting all the way down and you're putting a lot of power in order to sell that you're really pulling a huge load net of fish. Because the whole point of this is to show how strong fishermen are. Then you're going to follow up with then, you want to really do a hard like stop right here as if you're like holding a basket of fish, and then throw it behind your back, grab it again, and throw it behind your back. So do it slow with the counts. So after the ending of the intro, you'll look like this. So we're going to start with the counts together. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a very big part of Soranbushi is the kakegoe aspect of it. So in the song, you'll hear the song repeat many times, like dokkoisho, to them which all of the dancers have to reply dokkoisho, as loud as they can. And then the song will go sorang, to which then we will reply sorang. So with the chorus motion, to give you an example of what it will sound like, the song will go dokkoisho, to which then we'll respond with dokkoisho. And then the song will go sorang, to which then we'll yell back sorang. And there's many parts in the song where you'll hear the kakegoe, so please keep an eye out for that. Now let's try it at half speed. Dokkoisho. Sorang. Dokkoisho. Okay, now let's try it at full speed. Dokkoisho. Sorang. Dokkoisho. Sorang. So we just finished the chorus. Now we're going to go into the post-chorus, where then it's going to be simulating the waves, the motion of the waves. So you're going to start with your right foot in front of you and the left foot back. And so when you're going to start with your hands behind you, you're going to act like you're pushing water to create a wave onto the beach. So you're going to go like this, push, and you want to lift then your left leg up, and so as your body goes forward. And then, the next motion, you're going to then take your hands back, as if you're then pulling the water back. You're going to pull the waves back into the ocean. And then you're going to then look back behind you over your left shoulder, and then you're going to then pull back, as then you lift then your right leg up, and you're going to look a little bit like this. So all together, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the counts. And you're going to do that 5 or 6 times. 5 times? 5 times. You're going to be doing this dance 5 times. So it's going to look a little bit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to hit the air. Oh, one more time. You do it 5 times. But then you're going to take your right hand and then you're going to swing it in a semicircular motion. You're going to make it stop right above your head as you stomp with your right foot twice. So it's going to go height. So all together, it's going to, after the chorus, so you're going to go dokkoisho, sorang. And let's assume that was the second time we did it. And then you're going to go this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then height. Dokkoisho. Sorang. Height. Okay, so then the next part of the dance is going to include then you starting with your right hand up and your right, after you do your 2 stomps, you're going to then swing your right hand down and hit your thigh as you then lift it up and you turn over your body behind you, and as then you act like you're about to fall over. You're going to do 2 hops on your foot, and you're going to like turn around, and as you're turning around, you're going to then lift your right foot up as you turn around, and you want to swirl your arms inwards as you come through, And then as you then throw your left hand up into a striking pose like this, you're going to hold this for one more count. And then you're going to swing your hand in, and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to slap your leg, lift your leg up, turn around, hop 2 times, and then turn around, and then strike a pose. And then strike, and you're going to come down, and you're going to come out, ready for the next part of the dance. So with the counts, it's going to look like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. I just want to reiterate that this is a very difficult part of the dance, so please review this part of the dance as many times as necessary. So now let's do it with the dance, with the music. Hi, hi. So the next part of the dance is going to be one of my personal favorite parts of the dance, the crab walk. So you're going to be ending with your pose like this, and then just like a crab, you're going to spend 2 hops towards one way, as a crab only walks side to side. You're going to go 1, 2, and then you're going to then dip your body inwards towards the side that you were just in, and then you're going to dip outwards. And then what you want, your leg, then to come up. And then afterwards, you're going to then take another 2 hops back inwards. You're going to go 1, 2, and then you're going to then dip your body inward, and then dip your body outward, and then have your then inside leg come up. So the counts are going to be a little bit like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to do this 3 times. So after you do your crab walk 3 times, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then as you land, you're going to go land. And then the song is going to go dokoi sho, 3 counts. And then from here, so you're going to go here, up, and then land. And it's going to go dokoi sho. So you're going to do like one empty hop. And then you're going to then hop inwards like this. You want your hand in a fist stretched outward. And then you want your left arm clasped over it. As you then, on the 3rd jump, bring it above your head, straight up. Ready for the chorus again. So let's try it with the music. After you get into this motion, you're just going to do the chorus one more time, which we already did in the video, so we're going to skip that, and we're going to go straight into the next part of the dance. So the next part of the dance, you're going to start with your right hand outreached in front of you, and then you're going to start with a strike to your thigh, then you want to bring your right leg in and do a palm strike outwards, and you're going to keep your right arm there, as then for the next 2 counts, you're going to then take your left hand, you're going to go 3, 4, and you're going to strike your palm outwards. And then you're going to spend another 2 counts. You're going to go 1, 2, doing this motion where you're going to have your hands in a swirling motion just as the tides in the ocean. You're going to have both of your palms facing upward. You're going to start with your right hand up first. So you're going to hold this for 2 counts, and then you're going to switch, and then hold your then left hand above you for then 2 counts. And then afterwards, you're going to then do this again, but with only holding them 1 count each. So like this, and then you're going to swirl your hands back in, but instead of stopping here, you're going to come all the way back in, hold your leg, hold your arms, you're going to squat down, then you're going to come out. You want to keep your body low during this part. And then from here, you're going to then start swaying back and forth. Again, this is going to be a very leg-intensive part of the dance. So you want to make sure you've properly stretched and warmed up. So you're going to come here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after you do it 8 times, you'll hear the song coming to a close, and then you'll swing your arm clockwise for you, and then you'll go do, koi, sho. So do that part again. You'll be here, and you'll come do, koi, sho. So now let's try it with the music. Hi. Okay, so the next part, you're going to do the chorus again 2 more times. So you're going to go dokkoisho, 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 soran, 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 soran. But then, instead of then doing the wave part, you're going to go into a formation change, which is going to consist of everybody in the group going like this, and go right, left, 4 counts in all. During this time, you'll most likely be moving to your next position, so keep that in mind. So then after you go 1, 2, 3, 4, the music will have a slight pause, in which then you'll bring your right knee down, and then in the next count, you'll then bring your left knee down. And then afterwards, there'll be another 4 counts where then you're going to be moving formations. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, you will then take your right knee down, your left knee down. And then the music will then come to a point where then you're going to have to strike a pose. So you'll go like this. And then the music will then strike again. So then you'll switch sides, and you'll strike again. And depending on your position, you can either choose to strike a pose and switch, or people in the back of the formation could do something that looks more like this for 4 hops, and then switch to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this part of the dance, you want to make your hands and make a wave motion with it above your head. As you then, standing on one leg, acting as if you're going to fall over, you're going to hop 4 times as you do the wave with your hands. So it'll look a little bit like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, then, everybody will then jump back into this original striking position, in which everyone's going to do 8 counts of the wave again. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which then goes right back into the chorus. Let's try it with the music. Soran, soran. After that, you're going to be doing the chorus again with the wave motion intact. And after the wave motion, then you'll end with your hand outstretched again to the right and going height, height. And from here, you're going to be doing the third part of the song. You're going to then act like you're holding a rope with your right hand up and your left hand also up, as if you're holding something really heavy, like a rope. And then you're going to do 3 big hops every other count. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, which is then followed by 7 short hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're going to take your right hand, slap your hand out, and then you're going to go then right here. You're going to strike then with your right hand again. You're going to switch. You're going to strike. After this strike, you want to strike 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which you can then follow up with this swirling motion again. So here, and you're going to jump back out in the crab motion for do, koi, sho. So all together, slowly, it's going to look a little bit like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do, koi, sho. Let's try it now with the music. Hi, hi. So the chorus before you're going to be doing this rope part you hold, you're going to be doing the wave, but the wave part is going to be a little bit different than the rest. You're going to be turning around. You're going to want to turn around to your left, turn around, and you're going to do the wave backwards. So you're going to go, after the normal chorus, you'll go dokkoisho, 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 sorang, 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 and then you'll turn around, you do the wave backwards this time. And then after you do it 5 times, you're going to turn around, again from your left side, and then you're going to straight your hand upwards and go height, height, into then the part of the rope, where then you're going to hold and grab it and do it that part as I taught before. So after this part of the chorus, where you go dokkoisho, 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 sorang, 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 instead of the music, we'll stop doing the wave music. It'll go right back into dokkoisho, 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 sorang, 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 sorang again. But us as the dancers, we'll continue to do the wave motion. So we'll go dokkoisho, 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 sorang, 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 sorang. But then afterwards then, the song will then continue to keep repeating that part of the chorus, the dokkoisho, dokkoisho. But then the next part after we do the wave, we're going to then act like we're planting a tree and letting the tree grow. So the counts on that are going to go like this. You're going to then come down with your knees bent and your arms outstretched, like as if you're going to be like in a crane game. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to then act like the tree, you planted the tree, and then now the tree is going to grow, and you're going to simulate the tree growing. So you're going to go with 4 counts. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with the music, it's going to go dokkoisho, dokkoisho, and then dokkoisho, dokkoisho, sorang, 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 sorang. And after you do, so you're going to be doing this part 2 times. So it's all together now. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from this part of the music then, the music will start to go height, 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 to which then we will then follow up with then our hands outstretched in front of us, our palms. Act like your palm is like in a wall you can't see. So you don't want your hands like this. You want them to be flat in front of you. And then from here, you're going to go like a semicircular motions with your hands. Make sure that even as it goes down, your hand still stays flat, and your elbows also point downwards. Try not to do this with your hands. A lot of people tend to make that mistake. So you're going to start with your palms outstretched outwards like this. You're going to go like you're wiping a car window almost. So the counts are going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think there's actually a pause. So actually, there's one more count. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Afterwards, then, you will then all turn around from your left side again. You're going to do the wave motion again backwards. You're going to go this like 5 times. And during this part, most likely the group will be converging to the center of the stage to be getting ready to then do the final pose. You're going to go like this, and then converging, and then as the music wraps up, everyone's going to wait, and then they're going to all turn around and strike a pose for the end of the song. And that should then be the end of the song. Let's try it with the music. Hi, 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 hi. Yeah. Thank you. This has been the tutorial for how to dance Soran Bushi.
Come on!
Three, two, one. ありがとうございました。
Everyday breakthroughs, to the scientists and innovators who discover them, the curious and courageous who won't give up and never let go. At CAS, we celebrate their journey, providing hindsight to build upon what others have done, delivering insight to accelerate progress, revealing unseen connections and foresight that lead to a better future.
From morning coffee runs to family trips, away games, campouts, and weekend projects. No adventure is too big for the Honda lineup with available all-wheel drive. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. The feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
Taught at OSU or when I first came here, and then I helped another instructor open up a school, and then eventually I wanted to do my own school, and so I opened this school in 1993.
I just lived close by, and I would drive past it and see the little Aikido neon sign, and it just kind of stuck with me. It's on my drive home, and I don't know, it's just kind of like a little whisper in the back of my head. Well, I was looking for an activity that I could do and meet people, you know, have something to do that's physically active, and I could meet people and have some, you know, instruction, so it wasn't just, you know, a pickup game or something. I wanted to have some structure.
Some friends of mine in college were part of an Aikido club, and were telling me to come try it out.
One of my martial arts teachers at OSU, the Tai Chi instructor, actually recommended this studio. So I looked into it, saw that they had free beginner classes, and came here.
As a kid, I'd watched Kung Fu and was always, you know, interested in martial arts. But so I decided, well, maybe Taekwondo is not it. No, maybe there's something else. And I did a little research and discovered Aikido and said, well, I'll give that a try. 17 years later, here I am.
Yeah, Aikido grew out of Jiu-Jitsu, and the founder, O-Sensei, he wanted to transform it into a art of peace because it was influenced by his spiritual path. So he took the less injurious parts of the techniques he had learned and transformed them. So there's nothing counter-joint in Aikido. You're not going to break somebody's arm or dislocate their shoulder unless you do it by accident, and that hasn't happened. So there's not so much focus on learning how to kick and punch. We figure you know basically how to punch and kick already. But many people come from those traditions of karate and jiu-jitsu. We all tend to resort to force when it comes down to it, and force just doesn't work against a stronger opponent.
Aikido is not the passive martial art, but it's kind of the peaceful, I'm not trying to start anything, but if you start something, I'll take care of it.
One thing I was surprised about with Aikido is the reality of it, being attacked versus feeling the fall, what's real versus what's not real from television, things that you may see.
One of the hardest things to learn in Aikido is how to stay calm. You're trying to resolve a conflict with neither party getting hurt.
It's not to say that you don't have conflict sometime or even physical contact, but if you do, here's how you can handle it constructively so that everybody stays safe.
Somehow I loved it.
We don't fight, we stop fights.
We're very welcoming here.
So everybody is really friendly.
It's a lot of fun. Everybody's so nice, and
it's nice that they have respect for all skill levels.
I have enjoyed the people. One thing that stands out to me is that we all are together like a family.
All part of the same family, brothers and sisters.
Everyone here has been a friend to helping me understand the techniques.
it's disciplined, but it's very warm and fun. I mean, nobody would keep coming back if they didn't have fun. So. Well, you know right away how skilled they are and how much practice they've had, and you can tell that immediately, especially if you're up in front of the crowd doing, being the recipient of that energy. It's pretty overwhelming. It's motivating because you want to be that good. They're going easy on you.
I believe I can't teach you Aikido. I can only lead you in a direction, and you have to teach yourself. For me, it all cascades down from Sensei Claude and his approach to teaching and his approach to Aikido.
I like to combine both serious learning and fun.
He feels like both a grandfather and a teacher at the same time. But he has a definite goal in mind, and he doesn't really care how you get there, just that you get there.
Helping people step out of their usual patterns, their usual comfort.
Just loving, kind, compassionate.
But I hope the fun comes real quick, and I think it does.
It's going to be the kind of activity where you're always improving. There's no end. So you can do this and there's no final product. I don't have to have a goal. I can just enjoy it.
Yeah, you find new things there you'd like to be able to deal with, or see how other people are dealing with things, and you want to acquire that skill. So I guess I then just start picking away at that thing that I'm interested in. Seems like a martial art that is open to continuing to learn.
It's truly an art form because it requires not so much the discipline, but its discipline requires for you to focus on balance.
Having them trust that they can play a little bit with the technique. They can go through variations and experiment with them. They can show me or ask me, what do you do in a situation like this where you're stuck like this?
But when I'm on the mat, it doesn't matter. I feel like I'm just really graceful.
You reach a level of deeper focus, and you not really lose yourself in it, but you just become a part of the whole thing, and that's a great feeling.
But I just feel like I'm flowing, I feel like I know what I'm doing, and it's really nice to feel that way.
Yeah, it could be try it, come watch it, see if you're inspired by anything. You have to learn the basics. You have to go through stuff that doesn't feel necessarily comfortable or at ease first, and some things are going to seem strange.
Size doesn't matter. Size really doesn't matter. It's what you do with what you have. And that's what I like about Aikido is it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are.
You can tell a lot by watching how the class is taught, the sensei, the person leading the class. And then I constantly tell even the guys that I practice with now, or if I lead a class, I strongly recommend you read about it.
I would ask you to bring with yourself a sense of reality. I would ask for you to give yourself a chance, because it's going to take time to learn it. Don't think you're going to learn this overnight. It requires that you listen. It requires requires that you take a little bit of pain with you when you leave each class. And that pain is just a threshold to understanding what you learned and enjoy yourself.
Well, the comfort level you get just being in this close proximity with people. I mean, you're literally touching people for an hour and a half, and it's very comfortable. It becomes very comfortable. So you notice outside of that space, outside of the dojo, you would still have that comfort level with people.
To be honest, it has brought me self-confidence. Like in the workplace, I'm a lot more confident in meetings. Like I will speak up if I need to, and I don't know, it's just given me a lot of peace when I'm stressed.
Well, it's gratifying to see people change over time and to become more comfortable, and the big plus is for them to make their own Aikido kind of unique to their body type and their personality. So I see the differences, and I'm gratified that once you reach a certain level, you can take the principle and take it where you want it to go. I enjoy the relationships and the camaraderie that we have there.
I feel that I am a better man when I do this than when I do not.
Yeah, I think it's gratifying to people and keeps me young or younger.
Everybody salute. Stop. 5 motion. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Salute. 小眉拳. Ready. Go. Inhale. Go. Yee-ha. Go. Ha ha ha. Go. 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 罗汉睡觉. Go. 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 High kick. Go. Yee-ha ha ha. Yee-ha ha ha. Yee-ha ha ha. Finish. Salute. Fight. Ya. Ha 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 ha. Ya. Hoi. Ya. Hoi. Ya. Ha 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 ha. Good. Ya. Yeah. Good. Everybody salute.
Ready.
Everybody salute. Salute.
You're ready.
All right. Ready?
Hey guys. All right, just both of you guys right here.
Stand right here.
Just stand right next to each other. That's good. So how long you guys been learning the martial arts?
I've been doing it for 6 years.
You've been doing for 6 years. How about you?
At least a year, maybe like a year and a half.
Year and a half? Wow. How do you like it?
It's really fun. Yeah.
Is it better than staying on the iPad, or this is better?
Oh, this is way better.
This is way better?
Yeah.
Do you practice at home?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Or you be on the iPad at home?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
All right. So do you tell your friends you like learning this martial arts and all that?
Yeah.
What do they have to say about that? Do they think you guys are cool kids?
Oh yeah.
Can you show them like different moves and stuff like that too?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Because mostly we're at school, so.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. You guys did really good. Thank you so much. And just tell me your names.
Sebastian. I'm Sebastian.
You're Sebastian and Caden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you. All right. Can we do that again?
Yeah!
Whoa.
Kung Fu, it means supreme skill from hard work.
Thank you.
Everybody salute! Go! Ready! Go! Good job, everybody. One time deal.
All right, all of you guys, can you stand in one place right here,
Stand.
real close? Bye bye.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go.
So I see.
Questions? Pick.
What's your name?
Joseph.
Joseph. I see you're wearing a different color belt. What does that mean?
So it's brown belt.
And what are the different levels of belts?
So first there's white, then there's yellow, then orange, red, green, blue, purple, brown, and black.
Oh, you're almost there then. You're almost there to the black, right?
Yeah.
Do we have anybody here is black?
Yeah.
Hey guys, how are you? What? You guys are a black belt. So how long you guys been training this?
Like 6 years.
6 years. Wow.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm about 6 years too.
6 years. What grade are you guys in?
I'm in 11th grade.
11th grade. How about
7th?
So you guys started when you were like in 5th and 6th grade in the middle school, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow. How do you like it?
Love it.
It's good. It's
Yeah. Cool, cool. Do you like the gadgets better or the kung fu better?
Kung fu.
Kung fu. Okay. And how about you? What color belt you have?
Purple.
Purple. What does so are you almost there? Halfway? What does that mean?
It's like almost because you only have 2 belts left.
2 belts left. Wow. You must be working hard, really, right? And who's the youngest one? Are you the youngest one?
Yeah.
Yeah. How? What grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade. Wow. And what belt you are?
Brown belt.
Brown. So you almost. How long you been training?
For 6 years.
6 years.
So-
Wow, that's a long time. So you must be probably started out of a kindergarten or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost right. So what do you think? What is the kung fu for you guys? How does it work for you guys? Anybody want to answer that one?
Mentally, physically, training.
Training. That's good.
It's all my first disciples.
Perfect. What's your name?
I'm Katie.
Katie. How long you been doing this?
Maybe a little shorter than them.
Shorter than them?
Yeah.
You guys all have fun together?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Nice to see you all. You guys did really well, and we look forward to see some more. Thank you, Master.
Attention! Everybody, salute!
Thank you, guys.
Stop. Okay, good. Then let's go. You the man? Salute! Salute! Go!
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Kaden.
Hayden. What is that you are spinning? What was in your hand?
Whip chain.
Whip chain. Can you show me a little bit more?
So basically this is just a chain part and then put a plastic bag at the end to make that good crackling noise.
Okay.
Then we have a handle here.
Okay.
And then we just have an end flag right here.
Perfect. How long you been training for this?
Not a year.
Not a year. You're
Less
so
than a
good
year.
at it.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy this chain?
Yeah.
Is there any other tools or anything else you know to use?
Most of the basics, like some swords, staff, and spear.
Okay. Cool. This is Hey guys. So what's your name?
Joseph.
Joseph. We meet again, right?
Mhm.
You were here earlier, and you too, right? What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, we okay? You guys did an awesome performance. Are you not scared of those swords?
No.
No? Is it sharp?
No, it's the tip is dull.
Okay, okay. How long you been training for this?
6 years.
6 years with the sword?
Actually, more like 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years? Wow. Those swords makes really good sound. What's your name?
My name is Lucy Lou.
Lucy Lou. And what's your name?
Katie.
Katie. And you are?
Joe.
Joe. All right. What do you guys have in your hand?
We have a poodle.
A poodle.
Oh, what is it?
Poodle.
Poodle.
Poodle. Okay. And is it a sharp knife?
No, it's
fake, but
I don't think they would trust us with sharp objects.
it's fake, but it makes the real sound, I think.
Can you show me some sound? Wow. Oh wow. Wow. Are you guys scared of this?
No.
No? You like to play with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? You rather have a iPhone in your hand or this?
iPhone.
iPhone. Uh-oh. So you don't like to train with this?
No, it's training fine. Yeah.
But then you can play games on the
Yeah.
iPhone, right? Awesome. I'm glad you guys are training it and keeping the old tradition on. So good job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more second. You are awesome. What's your name again?
Davin.
Davin, nice work.
Thank you.
So we saw somebody earlier just with one chain, but you have two.
Yeah.
So what is the difference?
So one is a little easier, and that's why he was a little younger.
Yes.
Doing it, but two, you gotta kind of weave them in together and work harmoniously.
Wow. And then like, do you have to practice a lot? Because like, if I even swiggle one, I can probably run into each other.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've hit myself and made myself cry a lot of times from the whip chain. But it's a really hard weapon, but it's really fun one to do.
Okay. So what was your worst injury training this?
No injury, just hitting yourself really hard.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy?
Yeah.
How many, do you practice a lot on this or?
This, probably like hundreds of hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job.
Thank you
really
so
nice
much.
skills. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Really good.
Thank you.
How long you been training on this?
About 4 or 5 years.
Okay. And how many hours you spend on practicing a week?
About 3 or 4 times a week for 2 hours a day.
Oh wow, that's a lot of practicing.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So do you participate in any championship or anything like that?
Yeah. Last summer, before COVID, I went to Meishan, China, to compete in the 8th World International Wushu Kung Fu Championships, and also last summer I went to California to compete in the U.S. national team trials, and I actually made C team, so I'm actually 15th in the U.S. for that.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
Soldier. With a stop.
Should be good. Yeah.
Start from it.
Say your name.
Santos. My name is Ethan Young. My name is Julian.
Okay.
That's good.
My name is Albert.
Joel. Joseph Cool. Michelle.
Caden. Sophia.
World champion, Masters Go!
My name is Sebastian.
Katie. Vanessa Tang.
Davin Jones.
Lucy Liu.
Shelby Jones.
So, Master, what was that tool? What were you been using?
This is a Shaolin soft weapons Kung Fu whip. Usually for the horse, lamp, core.
strategy today can lead your business to a reliable and affordable clean energy future. The expectations of investors, customers, and employees raise the stakes no matter your industry. How will you meet the challenge? Partnering with AEP is a great first step. Our geographic diversity brings unique opportunities to generate energy by capturing the wind and absorbing the sun's rays. Our reach is an advantage for all our customers. Between now and 2030, we're adding more than 16,600 megawatts of regulated wind and solar to our offerings. Companies across all industries are joining the electrification movement, and we're leading the way. By supporting our customers in replacing and upgrading their industrial and commercial equipment, we're empowering the transition to a sustainable, reliable, clean energy future. Our own fleet of cars and light-duty trucks will convert to electric options by 2030. Medium and heavy-duty vehicles will convert when EV and hybrid options become available. As a founding member of the Electric Highway Coalition, we're building a network of high-speed chargers to make cross-country travel in EVs seamless and hassle-free. Our partnership with ChargePoint brings the most comprehensive EV charging network, with solutions for every type of business and experts who can connect you with the right solution and guide you through all the logistics. If you're considering adding EV charging capabilities to your new or expanded facilities, we can help. We also provide analysis of distribution circuit capacity for your targeted sites to help you make informed decisions. No matter where you are in the site selection process, count on us to help. Together, we can achieve a reliable, affordable, and clean energy future. Connect with us today, 1-800-360-7483 or aeped.com.
Mark is the best husband and father you could ask for. He's just a big kid.
Best man at my wedding. Still keep him off the dance floor.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. The feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
Here's to the everyday breakthroughs, to the scientists and innovators who discover them, the curious and courageous who won't give up and never let go. At CAS, we celebrate their journey, providing hindsight to build upon what others have done, delivering insight to accelerate progress, revealing unseen connections and foresight that lead to a better future.
No te Swing your partner around, soon you'll come around. the dancing to the beating of drums. And how sophisticated hula's your chance. So start your dancing while the melody runs. Oh, dance to the music sweet. Soon you will repeat. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. guys. Good luck, you guys.
Alright, paddling backwards. Okay? Backwards down, straight back. Don't push us off. What's up, y'all? about the best time. You guys going to be both one, okay? You were 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Second place with 1 minute 9 seconds, the CIG corner, Kilo Together team. In first place with 56 seconds, the Red One
What number are these guys? 3. That's 3. But when you hear me say power in this race, I'm going to say power up. When you hear me say power up, that means you just go boom, boom, boom. All right? 3, 2, 1, and then everybody goes. That way.
breakthroughs to the scientists and innovators who discover them, the curious and courageous who won't give up and never let go. At CAS, we celebrate their journey, providing hindsight to build upon what others have done, delivering insight to accelerate progress, revealing unseen connections and foresight that lead to a better future.
From morning coffee runs to family trips, away games, campouts, and weekend projects. No adventure is too big for the Honda lineup with available all-wheel drive. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. The feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
Bisag asa kadapi ni ining kalibutan, dili nimo kini malaksi sa imong handurawan.
Ang pagbalik sa buhol, kanunay mong ikahinaman, aron ikahimaman ang imong kaigsunan.
Balik sa buhol, balik, 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 balik sa buhol, balik. Balik sa buhol, balik, 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 balik sa buhol, balik. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang buhol, kanunay gipitig.
Ngawon ka sa kanunay, sa matang istang kalamay, sa peanut kisses nga lamian, ug sa labo nga kinampay.
Sa puting kabaybayunan, dagat nindot nga kaliguan, ahid lawon ka sa lukon, sa alimang og lambay.
Balik sa buhol, balik,
balik, balik,
balik sa buhol, balik. Balik sa buhol, balik, 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 balik sa buhol, balik, balik. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang buhol, kanunay gipitig. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang buhol, kanunay gipitig. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang buhol, kanunay gipitig. Balik sa
The awe-inspiring beauty of nature is spread all over the island province of Bohol. From the grandeur of the Chocolate Hills, the splendor of the rivers of Loboc and Macapico, the soothing forests in Bilar, and even in the solitary charm of the cuddly Philippine tarsier. But first, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Yes, I mean it. A deep, deep breath. The air is cool and fresh. Here, you can heal. You can breathe freely without wearing face masks. Here, you can soothe your senses with the healing powers of nature. And we've witnessed nature is healing too. Savor the serenity of the placid green waters of the Loboc River. Take on a relaxing river cruise aboard a floating restaurant through the palm-fringed banks of the river and immerse in the vibrant local culture. Moving up gently, the cruise winds up at the refreshing Busay Falls. If you haven't got enough of the beauty of nature in Loboc, head up to the Raja Sikatuna Protected Landscape in the nearby town of Bilar. It is the largest remaining tract of natural forest in Bohol, and hiking trails are available for you to wander through the tall trees and wildlife. Now energized, let's take a little adventure up to the Chocolate Hills. Declared a National Geologic Monument, it is a breathtaking sight of more than 1,000 cone-shaped hills with almost the same size and same elevation spread in at least 3 towns in the central part of Bohol. In the summer, when the heat dries up the vegetation, the hills are colored brown, prompting an American teacher in the 1920s to exclaim, "Chocolate Hills," and the name stuck. Thrill seekers can have a different view of the hills aboard a surfboard or a bicycle suspended on a zip line at the Chocolate Hills Adventure Park or CHAP. Cool down a bit on your way back with a sightseeing and relaxing stop at the Macapico River in Batuan. A specially protected species, the wide-eyed yet cuddly tarsier are kept intact and free in their natural habitat at the Philippine Tarsier and Wildlife Sanctuary located in Corella Town. Tarsiers are nocturnal animals, so we have to be careful and quiet around them. So how do you top a delightful day in Bohol? How else but in savoring slowly the sweet local flavors of the countryside? Thank you and wish to see you soon. Be safe.
Hi, Ate Pao!
Hi, Selena!
Balik sa Bohol, Pao!
Bisag asa kadapi niining kalibumutan dili nimo kini malaksi sa imong handurawan. Ang pagbalik sa Bohol kanunay mong ikahinaman aron ikahimaman ang imong kaigsunan. Balik sa Bohol, balik, 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 balik sa Bohol, balik. Sa Bohol, balik, 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 balik sa Bohol, balik. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang Bohol, kanunay gipitig.
Mingawon ka sa kanunay, sa matang istang kalamay. sa peanut kisses nga lamian, ug sa labunga kinampay.
Sa puting kabaybayunan, dagat nindot nga kaliguan, ahid lawon ka sa lukon, sa alimang og lambay.
Balik sa Bohol, balik.
Balik, balik,
Balik sa Bohol, balik.
sa pagkatulong mo, ang unay mong
Balik sa Bohol, balik. Balik, balik. Balik sa Bohol, balik. Balik sa imong kasing-kasing ang Bohol, kanunay gipitik. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang Bohol, kanunay gipitik. Sa imong kasing-kasing ang Bohol, kanunay gipitik. Balik sa
Welcome to the island province of Bohol, the home to 1.3 million Boholanos, proud of their heritage and tradition with a rich cultural community. Bohol is known for its pristine beaches, the scenic chocolate hills, the great rivers, soaring churches, and the lovable Tarsier, the world's smallest primate. However, Bohol is not just about awe-inspiring natural wonders. Bohol is all about the experience of faith, tradition, culture, and culinary discoveries. Each locale has their own stories to tell, from the century-old stone churches to great mountain trails, to the majestic man-made forest and mystical caves, to the magnificent white sand beaches and pristine coves and world-renowned dive sites. They all await you. It is with great honor that we share you our home, the beautiful province of Bohol. It's all in Bohol. We have it all. Balik sa Bohol, balik.
We good to go? Yep. Play the music.
Ready position. Ready. Shoot up. Only right. Ready position. Stand up. Aye. White clock. Get it. Aye.